Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Justice for our last episode. We did the first part of the trial involving the Stam puppet. And now we're gonna do the second part, hopefully getting our second witness to get an info. So let's start. Alright. Sweetie, you have to believe me, I didn't go anywhere near the crime scene. So then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly, he told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster still dressed in my stage clothes. When I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means... it means the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous! There's an absolutely fabulous possibility. Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found with the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double, Well, Max, I never thought of that. She should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up, magician or president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please proceed with your prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with unfortunate Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why did she call him a pitiful clown? Would a witness state his name and occupation for the court record? And name and occupation. Would a witness please inform the court why is he speaking autobiographical gibberish? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not being used to being called in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in the Grand Hall of Justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign says no shirt, no shoes, no service. I don't think that was funny. Even the whole court doesn't think it's... Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist? Dr. Seymour Butts. How was that one? A couple of your name before I whip you again? Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Moe the Clown. You witnessed the scene around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder, correct? Yes, it is. Very well, Mr. Curls, will you please testify what you saw that evening? A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian. Without the humor, please. Okay. Aw, poor Moe can't be his normal stoogey self in court. What you witnessed. Let's do this. I know, I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I've been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and a polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken them to laughing them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying to even come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I just tried to try and make everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? That was a useless testimony. A very useless testimony. Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness. Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case. Really? You hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you, I can't wait. Poor Gumshoe. Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony? Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want. Clown man. Clowns? The night of murder, the night after practice over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They look a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster. He was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching him, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. Is it really Max? That's the question. That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. Of course you can. There's no way that this account can be criticized. However, this witness is a bit, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. Ha 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 ha. That must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you gotta find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright, Your Honor. I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling. I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. Okay. Say the practice wrapped up around 10 p.m., correct? See, that's the thing. Huh? How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now 8 o'clock, now that's something the clown can rip off of. Pretend it was 8 o'clock, that's why I can make it. Let's not. 8 p.m., alright, Moe? What do you mean, let's not? Don't take clown out of the clowny room. Come on, Nick, just listen to his joke. There are 3 reasons why I don't want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with a penalty. And 3, I'll get whipped by Von Karma, which I don't want to. Please, for the love of God, I don't want to get whipped. The witness proceed with the factual testimony. You are so boring. I was pooped. You were pooped that night? Yes, I was very, very tired. Not to mention I had some bad Mexican food. What? The double cheese, double bean enchiladas, a dangerous menu item. What happened after that? As they say happens? Ah ha 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 ha. Oh, it was cool, huh? I hear kids really love toilet humor these days. That joke was so hip, I don't want to ruin it with a reply. I've got a good reply, though. That joke was so funny to earn you a penalty. Fuck! He keeps making jokes. I'm gonna lose my life. Fuck. So, you're telling me I can't press everything? Okay, I'm gonna save right now. Fuck. So you're telling me even if I do press everything, I'm probably gonna like... Okay. Before I thought I'd go straight to sleep, before I did, I glanced out the window. Just happened to glance out of the window? You could say that, but you could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, and eyeballed. Mr. Curls! Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Fuck it. Just keep pressing. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday... I had talking to myself in bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing the loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Ow! That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Moe were to revise his test. Very well, Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony. This should start turning the tables in our favor. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like, I guess you could say, Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary? I was gonna make a joke, I guess the sound sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly, someone getting hit, huh? What then? Did you look out the window and you saw? Far away, you say? If you had to say exactly, how far away were they? Let me think about that for a second. My room is here. They look like yay big. They're about 30 feet from my window. Just 30 feet, that's not far at all. It was snowing that night, and they cut it down on visibility. I see. Please continue to your testimony regarding the two shadows you saw. It was a ringmaster. He was with Max. He was wearing his cloak. You say you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away? That's right. I had been thinking about it over and over since that night. But things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma. Now I'm 100% certain that it was Max and the ringmaster that I saw that night. Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols? Uppity symbols? Lawyers nowadays, do you even have to go to school anyone or to be one? Alright, everyone knows what to do all together, now say what Uncle Moe. No. See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. I must be really utterly and completely worthless as a clown. Yowza! Enough foolishness, let's get back on track. Would a witness please testify what he saw, and only what he saw? Said you saw the ringmaster getting clonked over the head. Yes, I did. It was the climax of my story. He really does enjoy a completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea. The weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did say you see everything, didn't you? I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Moe, did you or did you not see the crime and the murder committed that night? I will not permit you to harass my witness in this matter. You better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty. Gulp. Isn't this a bit melodramatic? What will be then, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? Do you have any clear basis that my witness did not see the crime? Of course I do. I got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you'll be telling us all this great reason? Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Moe said he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. He did say that? However, Moe just say under oath. I kept watching them and all of a sudden Max clonked Ringmaster over the head. Moe believed that he looked out the window upon hearing the sound. And there's no way he could have seen Max clock anyone. Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court? No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the cloud and make up to find the truth. Well, oh, you're back from your jog? Well, it's pretty much happened what I said. Pretty much? When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement. Von Karma. Tampering with the witnesses again? So now you're saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster? Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. Checked out? Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say. Ha 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 ha. Mr. Curls, Your Honor, you did not witness the actual crime, however you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly. The master slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well, please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I watch you even catch a hint of a joke from you, I'll put you in holding cell until you learn court etiquette, got it? Got it. Silhouette. It was a bit far away, but that shadow could only belong to Max. No doubting it, especially since I saw his update symbols. His silk hat, that black cloth, and they were all there. His face silhouetted, but there was no doubt it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes? It's decisive testimony. Was Max really at the scene of the crime that night? But he said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. Alright, Mr. Wright. Commence your cross-examination. Don't you think that you're going a little overboard on how explicit you're being? That shadow belonged to Max is an awfully firm statement, don't you think? What are you getting at? I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers' life is on the line here, man. Are you truly 100% absolutely certain that it was Max? I'm not the kind of person who would lie about something as serious as this. So what I saw was Max, I'm convinced of that. It doesn't seem like you're jumping to any conclusions this time. Let's go over this again. What makes you so sure that you saw Max that night? Trilo said the same thing. If it was just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them? I thought of that myself, but just looking at that shape of the face I saw, it must have been Max. You sure of that? It's just a silly little boy. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap. You're sure that is what you saw that night? Silk hat, black cloth. Exactly what I saw. I got eyes like a hawk. Don't birds have terrible night vision? That's not how I saw. You able to see that kind of detail from your window? There was a light near the scene of the crime. Anyone with decent eyesight should be able to see that much. Out of curiosity, Moe, what is your eyesight like? I can see like a hawk out of my left eye, and an eagle out of my right eye. Our records say his eyesight is a perfect 20/20. That must mean he could see the crime scene clearly. The more we look into this matter, the more suspicious it becomes. Hey, you asked me what my eyesight is like, not what it actually was. You didn't actually see what the criminal was holding? That's correct. I've been curious to know what's caused that loud noise. It must have been something incredibly hard. Too bad they didn't find the murder weapon to know for sure. Emu is a blunt object, but at least it says so in the autopsy report. But Charlo's testimony and not Moe's. It really seems like Max is the killer. Nick, you gotta find a contradiction in this. That's not going to be enough. What? I have to prove that Moe saw someone other than Max that night. That's the only thing that will help. I gotta do it. I feel like, since we know it's 3 symbols, obviously, why is he saying only 2 symbols? Okay, I must press something. You said black cloth, silk hat. I think it's... It needs to be something with 3 symbols, of course. I think it has to do with the poster. I'm very certain. Yeah, I think it has to do with the poster. Objection! You said you saw Max's uppity symbols, correct? I suppose so, the silk hat and the cloak, right? Moe, everyone knows that Maximum Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Okay, everyone get ready, all together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. You didn't see white roses? What the? Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw. He saw the symbols, he just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Moe? Do you like pile up pie 3 point? Okay. Silence, will you respond the whole truth, no fractions. Order, order! Moe, you didn't see the roses, didn't you? Yeah, the music is back. To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It's obvious too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Then the roses had fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found him near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case? Clearly not. He's just toying with this court. I got on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts never failed me to lead to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trilo's testimony? Yeah, he did say there's no way he could have... Yeah. How can you mistake someone with that? Yeah. Trilo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there are no white roses on the person he saw. There's absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this? Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now before my perfect record is tarnished again. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. I'm not mature. I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining percent of doubt is quite reasonable. It means for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. What? There are more contradictions in this next statement. I'm prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling? Nick, this is your last chance. One last testimony, then. There's no doubt in my mind there were no white roses that night. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. No way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Mr. Wright, you got one last chance at this. Just one last chance. Oh, now even the slightest thing's a bad... Wait, no! I can't press? Fuck! If you're going to prove me there's a contradiction with Mr. Crow's statement, you better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations. I've only got one single shot at this. I gotta be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. Okay, fuck. Okay, this is... I can't press any statements, but I gotta find a contradiction within that, without pressing. Wearing it the entire time, huh? But... this was found at the crime scene. If he was wearing it the entire time, he would have left with it, but he left at the crime scene. Well, it's not in the crime photo, of course, but... yeah, this is a big issue. Yeah, I'm very certain it's this. If I'm wrong, I may have to, like, reset. This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw last night, would it? Yep, that's it. The hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind? Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see. Then that's a huge contradiction. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma. Where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. And now she realizes it. The crime scene? That means... the silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness said that he was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. No, that's not true. Order, 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 Mr. Curls! Yes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of all this? Because I'm yelling right now with all caps. You're old enough to know better to behave like this in court. Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh. What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things. Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess. You just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You have to go insult my eyesight or memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting above me doesn't mean you belong there. Take him away. Enough of these childish outbursts, Miss Girl. Who do you think you are? I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. He didn't have roses. He was still wearing his dumb silk hat. Telling the truth, he's turned into a bratty little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there. He left. This is new. What's the matter, Nick? This is new. There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Moe? What do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't just ask me that. It's a feeling, so I just badgering the witness, Your Honor. This witness's testimony is full of holes, Miss Von Karma. Miss Von Karma's protest is useless. Grrr. You got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy? Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you to say. You sure that's how it happened? Say what? Huh? I'm not sure I know where exactly you're going. If he left the crime scene, he would be leaving the enemy's footprints. How would he leave? Lawyers aren't they sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter? Yes! We literally saw the picture. They mentioned it when we were investigating that there are no enemy footprints. Or the defendant's... No, the victim... No, not the victim. Like, where is the criminal's footprints? There's no criminal's footprints. I'm presenting this. Look at this picture. problem is the footprints in the snow. Footprints? In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there.
Yeah.
So, Moe, how exactly did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of the witnesses' testimony from their court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is rickety as the clown car he came to court in. Wait a second. You guys can't ignore everything I've said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. You wait a second. You think you said more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of you listening to you anyways. You're the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better. Mr. Lawrence Curls, yes? The testimony you provided up to now has been false? It hasn't been false. I haven't lied. It's just what? It was just a bit confused on the bit of the criminal leaving the scene. Since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. Again? Order! I will have order! Franziska Von Karma! How could you? Again! Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have. What opinion is that? That it's not funny. That's enough out of you. I'm not going to listen to what you say. Now, hear the truth about what you say, Mr. Curls. You're not going to believe this, but it's all true, I tell you. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. Now it's time for our next one. Moe knows. Everything that I've set up till now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white robes, but he was wearing his silk hat. That's when I saw he flew? What? This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. Flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there are no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints. You've gotta be joking me. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Well, that was, how do you put this into words? Maximilian the Galactica is a world-class magician, but to leave the scene of the crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened. You're right. Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. Why don't you believe me, especially since this is the best part of the story? To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright? Maybe I have to believe it. This is all a dream, right? I think he's telling the truth. What he said was so strange, I don't think he would have made it up. Means that he is telling the truth? That's what I think. Nick, wait. That means Max actually used magic. Yikes, you're right. How? Only a foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish fool's foolish dream. Don't be ridiculous. Magic does not exist. I suppose I'll let you think all thinking regarding on this man. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around that could actually happen. You imbecile. If you disregard the need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I got a feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. More, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. Grr. I believe that is enough for today. Court is adjourned. I can't believe it. This is an actual statement. He flew after he blunted the victim. Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off in the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking you, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly wherever I please, it's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's not that simple, I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires that have been hoisted through the air. Invisible wires? Do you think this is a two-person plan? I feel like this would be a two-person plan. Because you can't really do the wires by yourself. Thus, I would think someone must be doing it, helping. I have a feeling it's that room on the 3rd floor. That would be the only explanation. Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic. No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule. I'm sorry, Max. Made you a break Magician's Creed never to reveal secrets to their tricks. Nick, what do we do now? All we can do is hope we can find the filing criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea, let's do our best to catch this sucker. Alright. That'll be it for today's episode. And next time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All, we're gonna hopefully do a final investigation. Hopefully, I think. And we can actually end this case. I guess I'll see you guys all next time.